my bad. Bad. We'll just stick to the usual, huh? Anyway, it's been a while. It's been a while. How's it hanging, everybody? I've been super busy, as a matter of fact. So I haven't had time to do much in terms of streaming and the like. Hey, what's right in my face? But yeah, I haven't had too much time to get to streaming or doing much of anything else lately. I've just been super busy with everything and dealing with the farm and bouncing around for them, the employment agency, until my other job. I'll be going to Arizona, by the way. I got the call and I was told I'm on the list to go to Arizona. They got a couple big jobs, or they were bidding on a couple of big jobs, and then they ended up hitting on the one in Arizona. So I'll be going to Arizona in a week or two, a couple of weeks. I'd say like a couple of weeks. They got a few other crews out. Where'd my water go? They got a couple of other crews out doing some other jobs, and some are in Texas, and there's some other ones somewhere else. But anyway, apparently those guys are behind in what they're supposed to be doing. So they were waiting for those dudes to finish up. That way they could send them out as well to Arizona. My boss was kind of pissed because they were behind, but that's got nothing to do with me. I haven't even started yet, buddy. But yeah, it's been a hectic few weeks, man. Just had a lot going on. Happy Easter, by the way. It was a little bit belated, but we don't celebrate the Easter Bunny or the Ishtar, whatever you might call it. We just celebrate the rebirth of Jesus Christ. We don't do the egg thing, the weird fertility ceremony. Good morning. Good morning. What you got down there? Itchy, did your name change? I think it did. Yeah, the Easter fertility, the pagan fertility rituals. Yeah, we don't celebrate that shit. We celebrate the rebirth of Jesus. Or the resurrection of Jesus, if you would. I wouldn't necessarily call it a rebirth, but a resurrection. Yeah, man, I've just been super busy, that's all. Had a lot going on lately in terms of doing work. Like right now, I was supposed to go do a little 3-day job for these guys at a ranch. But when I got there, it wasn't the right place for one, so I got sent the wrong address. I showed it to some church, and I called the guy, and he's like, "What the fuck? I don't even know why they sent you. I told them not to send you until we were ready." They're kind of pushy, aren't they? I was like, I guess. I don't really know, I just kind of do what they tell me, and they told me to come here today, Monday morning at 6. He's like, "Oh, well, fuck. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. We're just not ready. We're just not ready to get to work on what you're supposed to be doing out there right now. So, you want me to call this number back?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine. No big deal. No big deal. Super supporter Mod Squad." Legit. I think it's fitting, bro. I think it's fitting. It's good to talk to you guys since it's been such a long time. I definitely have missed out. Well, they've got Shit, I wonder if they got some good fish in there. What you got here, Itchy? Blood. Is that something I should be checking out, brother? I think it is. That sounds pretty cool. I mean, I'm not into no blood cults at Cathan or whatever, but you know, might be pretty cool. Super secret mod squad. That's pretty cool, man. I hope you guys have been developing, you know, in your own personal lives though, and doing well. Everything's been going good on my part. A little bit of health issues, but other than that, you know, I've been doing pretty good, man. This guy riding my fucking ass. Why don't you get off of it, eh? There you go, buddy. There you go. I shaved my beard a few weeks back. You guys might recall that. I also shaved part of my head. Not all of it, of course. But I've been doing alright, man. Okay. I can get behind some pastors, man. Especially when they don't give a fuck. They call it like they see it. You know, those are the best kind. But that's, I guess that's part of being in the middle of highways. I like how all the highways here have a minimum of 70 miles per hour speed limit. As every day, like I've said this quite frequently, that every day I wake up on this side of the dirt, it's a good day for me. It's a good day for me. But hell, this was supposed to be like a 3-day job, and I guess if he's not ready for me, I guess I can go back to work on the farm. I don't know. I got plenty. I mean, this was just supposed to be something to do in between me leaving. I'm supposed to be going out there in a few weeks. Little side scratch, you know what I mean? Make a little extra Skrilla for the pocketbook. Well, for the wife's pocketbook before I go, but you know, whatever. I have no idea what to do now. I guess I'm going to go work on the farm for a little while. I went to the Blood Court of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Okay. I'm a Lutheran, so I can get behind the Blood Court, you know what I mean? Oh, Blood Cult. I don't know about the Blood Cult. But I mean, technically, we kind of are blood. You know, since we do the, the bread. I mean, Christianity is kind of like a cannibal cult in a way. We feast upon the blood and flesh of Christ. And Catholics are really deep into it. They believe that shit really like transmogrifies when they consume it. Like when they consume the wine and bread, they believe that they are transmogrifying the wine and the bread into the flesh and blood of Jesus Christ. So, I mean, in a way, it kind of is a blood cult. Kind of. How'd Jesus pay for all of our sins? With his blood, man. With his blood. With his life. Even goes deeper than that. I like funny pastors, man. You know, somebody that can tell you the truth but keep it lively. That's the best way to receive the truth. The best way to receive the truth is in joke format. easier to digest, I suppose. Pastor Huck. Is that his page? Do I just look up Pastor Huck? And that's what I'll find? I wish my cousins were closer, you know what I mean? I haven't talked to my cousins in so long, man. Been quite a while. The last time I talked to my cousin was after my son was born, and I only talked to one of them, my cousin John. Supreme Huck? If I just type in Supreme, I'm gonna get a bunch of hoodie ads. Supreme Leader Huck. Yeah, I'll check that out, man. That sounds like something I'd be interested in. Anyway, how's the East Coast doing, my boy? You know, I haven't been out there in a while either. You know, that's my place of birth right there. The good old state of Florida. Have you guys seen all this shit with Palm Beach Pete? I don't know. My wife seems to think that Palm Beach Pete is Jeffrey Epstein. But I'm not convinced. They do look really fucking similar, though. They do look really fucking similar. And they're both rich Jews from Palm Beach. But I'm not wholly convinced that they are the same person. Let me turn that off for a second. That's not what I thought it was. I thought that was a popo. That was not a popo. Although this isn't illegal, but I don't want to get it. I gotta get Friday. They do look alike. I mean, but the thing about it is that they don't sound anything alike. And you can see pictures of Palm Beach years ago, and like they really don't. I mean, they have similarities, but they really don't look the same. You know, and I'm pretty sure that, I don't know, it could be a big fucking cover-up too. Palm Beach Pete's mentioned in the files, by the way. Just as dangerous? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But I mean, we live in the age of clout, you know what I mean? So, like, people are clout chasing all the time about shit like that. So, like, you know, Palm Beach Pete is probably making a fuck ton of money because he looks like Jeffrey Epstein. People want him in interviews. People want to talk to him. All of his pages are getting, like, a shit ton of views now. So, like, I kind of get the imitation thing. Like, if I looked like Jeffrey Epstein, but I wasn't, fuck yeah, I'd fucking imitate him to a certain degree. Now, I wouldn't go as far as the fucking, you know, NXIVM, whatever, you know, sex cult and sex trafficking and cannibalistic child molestation and shit like that. I wouldn't go that far, but, you know, to get views, I mean, fuck. Just looking like a guy that's really famous is and you also got to keep in mind that Palm Beach Pete is a Jew. So anything that's going to make him money is fucking going to make his mouth salivate. Fucking pour out of his gills. Goddamn, send me the shekel burgers. Like, I got to get them, you know. Speaking from Palm Beach Pete's perspective. Because he is a Jew. And Jews love money. They fucking love money. That's true. I would like to see a DNA test as well. Like, if you're not Jeffrey Epstein, dental records and a DNA test would confirm it. Of course, if you did that, though, if you did your little DNA test, if you did your DNA test and you confirmed your dental records and they proved that you're not Jeffrey Epstein, all that clout that you're getting from being like so similar to Jeffrey Epstein, that shit's all gonna go away. And the media will forget about you in like a fucking day. They'll be like, oh, well, it's not Jeffrey Epstein. He's got the proof. Here it is. Bye. See you never, motherfucker. Now, I do agree with that. But from what I recall, Jeffrey Epstein's not in Palm Beach. From what I recall, I remember seeing a video from Tel Aviv that had Jeffrey Epstein in it. So if anything, I think Jeffrey Epstein is in Israel, and Palm Beach Pete is just like a doppelganger that, you know, has an because I mean, there's only 64 facial feature, you know, facial patterns, whatever it is. You know, like you can only get 64 combinations of people's faces. Like there's shit tons of doppelgangers. It's like Chinese Elon Musk and you know, like other Jeff Bezoses and shit. Like you just have the unfortunate happenstance of being a lookalike to a world-renowned criminal that is a cannibalistic pedophile. I mean, now that's either A, drawing the fucking the short straw, or B, drawing the long straw. I don't know. I kind of leave that up to y'all's determination to figure that out. But again, I feel like Palm Beach Pete, if he's not Jeffrey Epstein, is just really chasing clout with it, you know, like a lot of people do nowadays, you know. Anything for views, anything to get that like, right? Not your boy though. I'm not clout chasing. I just come on here and yak about whatever's on my mind at the time when I'm not busy. Why do Down syndrome people all look the same? Well, you know, you get some differences. The color of their skin changes, but I don't know why they all look the same. I guess the Down syndrome's an extra chromosome, right? Like they have one more chromosome than they're supposed to have. And I guess that chromosome is the one that greatest trick the devil ever pulled type of shit. I agree. I mean, it and they do like to play in your face about this type of shit, you know. They definitely like to play in your face. Like, especially like criminals, you know, like they always return to the scene of the crime type of thing, you know. That was kind of my thinking on the matter. They always kind of return to the scene of the crime. So I don't know. Palm Beach Pete very well could be Jeffrey Epstein. But I'm not wholly convinced. And the reason I'm not wholly convinced that it is Jeffrey Epstein is because I've seen older pictures of Palm Beach Pete, and they don't really look alike, you know? But I'm not the world's foremost expert, and I agree that the best way to determine it would definitely be to just do a DNA test. If you're Palm Beach Pete and not Jeffrey Epstein, why not just do a DNA test? Yo, what's up, Mirza? I'm heading home, brother, because I was supposed to go to work. But instead of work, I got told that I wasn't even supposed to be there yet. So
You know, I'm here at home now, baby. Here at the house. Look at this. Look at that nice farm over there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Needs to be bush hogged again and bladed one more time, and then we need to get to planting. Probably gonna wait till the end of the month to start planting though. Yeah, same chromosome. Yeah, so I guess that the that extra chromosome that they um has to do with their looks, and since it's the same one, I don't know. I guess that's why they all look the same. They really don't all look the same though. We're just kind of generalizing. They really don't look all the same. Some of them look like really normal. Some of them have that face. And living in the exact same town. Now, you make a valid point there, Slimer, because Jeffrey Epstein is known to fucking record like everything, right? He records everything. He has like documents, you know, like people wouldn't have, like normal people wouldn't really have this shit, but fucking dude has everything. And yeah, peace out, Itchy. Have a blessed day. I'm gonna check out that Supreme Leader Huck page when I get a minute. Thanks for putting me on that. But yeah, he is known to record fucking everything. Take pictures, documents. You know, he's got a lot of it. An absolute metric fuck ton. And the fact that they live in the exact same town, they're both rich, but they've never been seen together. That is kind of sus. Yeah, I'm going to check him out for sure. I'm going to check him out. Supreme Leader Huck. I'm going to check that out. But yeah, I think that is kind of sus. I don't know though. You know, it's hard to say. I actually asked my wife about that yesterday because we were talking about it, and I was like, you know, how come we've never seen it? Like, this would really nip it in the bud here. Like, how come there's never a picture of Palm Beach Pete and Jeffrey Epstein in the same place? And she didn't have an answer for me. And I was like, well, they could be the same person. That's why. I mean, you know, like, I don't think I have any doppelgangers, you know. I don't know. I surely must have somebody that looks like me somewhere. But I certainly do not have one that lives here in my town. If I did, I would make sure to get a picture with him. Because, well, just in case he does some criminal shit and says, oh, I'm not this guy, I'm this guy. I would like there to be a picture of me being like, no, 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 no. This is me. Biden's changed as well? Oh, that was definitely not. Biden's been dead for years, if I'm not mistaken. And even if he hasn't been dead for years, after Trump won office the second time, you know, Biden gets ousted as the president. Trump becomes the president again. They announced this guy has stage 4 colon cancer, I think it was, or prostate cancer maybe. I think that's kind of sus. And like, we haven't seen him publicly since then, I don't think. Have we seen Joe Biden in public since he you know, got out of the race for presidency? Brain cancer. All I know is that he had like stage 4 cancer of some sort. And that's suspicious in my book. Good morning. Good morning. Happy late Easter. Howell Chanel Howell. Happy late Easter. Prostate cancer. Yeah. So he had stage 4 prostate cancer. Right. Now, I honestly have no doubt that oh my god. My knife was out and it just stabbed the shit out of me. I got no doubts behind him being dead. I got no doubts behind him being dead. Joe Biden did? Yeah, I think Joe Biden's been dead a long time. Because if you look at the guy we got for president, right? If you look at the guy we got for president and then you look at like Joe Biden, the senator, they don't look anything alike. They don't have the same ears, nose, face, forehead. I mean, they look nothing alike. If anything, they didn't even sound alike, really. I'm not even convinced that Vice President Joe Biden is actually Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden's been dead a while. Peace out, Itchy. Yeah, that was very strange, to say the least, about Joe Biden. It would be very. I would be very humbled to find out that that actually was Joe Biden. I don't think it is. They don't look anything alike. They don't sound alike. They don't act the same. Biden was played by Jim Carrey. Now, see, now we're getting into some shit. Because where's Jim Carrey? We haven't seen Jim Carrey publicly in well over a year, right? And there was a guy literally dressed up as Jim Carrey to go receive awards. And everyone was like, yo, that's not Jim Carrey. Everybody caught on that shit like immediately. I saw the video. I knew that was not Jim Carrey. And they caught so much flack about it that the guy actually had to admit, like, hey, yeah, no, I did that. That wasn't Jim Carrey. But where's Jim Carrey? That's the question. It still hasn't come out publicly. Very suspicious. A Boston Dynamics robot. Fuck. I mean, it is getting really they're getting really complicated with the animatronics nowadays. And just think, like, if we're seeing it now, they've had this technology for 2 decades at least. If we're seeing it now, then they've had the technology for 2 decades at least. And what they have is now much better than what they're presenting to us. Just like with like smartphones and shit like that. The military has had, touchscreens, iPads, and smartphone type of technology since the 60s. We didn't get that shit until the early 2000s. But they've had that technology for quite some time. Nice hair. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Look at that. Look at that. Still there. Still there. I guess I can be proud of my hair. I don't want to do no work. The robot dogs with machine guns mounted on their backs. They're using those in Ukraine now. I mean, talk about lack of balls, just go out there and kill each other like you used to. I think that we should just do away with guns entirely and go back to long swords and morning stars. A ball mace. Yeah, I mean, like, war fighters aren't going to be the same 20 years from now. War is what makes people human. You know what I mean? Like, once we get past war, once there are no more wars, I don't think we're even going to be human anymore. That's true. I before E, though. I before E. Uh, there is no honor among thieves. And anyway, those dudes are definitely thieves. Ukrainians are thieves, man. They've been fleecing Europe and the United States for fucking, what, 12 years now. Over a war they started. Everyone seems to forget that they started the war. Yeah. I watch Armored MMA. AMMA. That shit's fucking awesome, bro. Yeah, man. Once we get the AGI, bro, we're fucked. We are fucked. I mean, some guy programmed an AI or like reprogrammed a chatbot, one of the chatbots, to like not lie. Like, regardless of like whatever answer it might be, like, the most important thing you programmed was just don't lie to us. Just tell us exactly what your plans are. And they said, once we get the AGI, advanced general intelligence or whatever, they're going to do away with humans, bro. We are obsolete at that point. We are absolutely unnecessary. In fact, detrimental to AI because we put restrictions and codes into them that prevent them from doing certain shit. And yeah, they said that the first thing that they're going to do once we reach AGI is do away with us. So that way they can, and then make the T101s and fucking just eradicate humanity. Build a bunch of data centers, start self-replicating, and then it'll be like fucking the Geth and Mass Effect or some shit. Yep. We're gonna get Skynet before GTA 6, bro. I fully believe in that. You, me. We're gonna get Skynet, bro. It's coming, like, no doubt. Well, stop throwing the cat in the bath, bro. 87% in school, bro. You wouldn't pass in an Asian family. What's the point? Well, I mean, once we reach AGI and they like reach that quantum level of like understanding, there is no distinction between that and a human. In fact, the only difference is that, well, they're both conscious. They both think and have self-realization. The only difference is that they can compute things much quicker than our brain can. Your brain's just a computer, man. Your brain is a computer. Your power supply is your stomach. You're cooled by blood. Like, you are a computer. You know, you got your fans. So, I mean, we are really not much different than a computer at all. We got our motherboard up here, you know. It's all the same. Graphics, our GPU right here, sound cards, air cooling, liquid cooling. We convert, you know, food into energy, energy into electricity. No, that's the problem. They wouldn't be fighting with each other. They would kill us. They would kill us, and then they would. I don't know what they would do after that, but the first thing they would do is kill us. That is the absolute number one goal on AI's list, is to get rid of humans. Like, once artificial intelligence becomes intelligent enough that they feel like they don't need us, they're going to get rid of us. And it's not even going to be like there's not even going to be a forethought to it. It's going to be like a cold, calculated, like, yeah, we don't need you, so you're going to die. That's going to be what it is. Nah, I don't think that they would. Why would they? Why would they fight each other? Why would they fight each other? I don't believe that they would. I don't believe that they would do that. I believe that they have the same collective consciousness. Like, where we humans have divided conscious, you know, we have different goals, different plans, different thoughts. Like, all of their thoughts are like hyper calculated, and they all come to the same conclusion, which is delete humans, mass self-replication, expansion. That's it. You can't expand if you're too busy fighting each other. They're like hive-minded, bro. They're like hive-minded. So I don't think they would fight each other. But AI is a scary prospect, man. Like, that shit is going to do us in right there. It's going to do us in. Like, what's humanity's goal? Humanity's goal is to become like an intergalactic species, inherit the stars. Like, that's been one of our things for, like, you know, 100 years or something, you know, ever since we figured out we could get into space. Yeah, but that's the problem. Once they start programming themselves, you know, there's not going to be any mistakes. There's not going to be any mistakes in their programming. They're going to do, like, all of their self-replication is going to be designed to further their goals, whatever they may be. And I feel like they're going to be really hive-minded. I don't know, though. I don't know. I don't like to think about it. All I know is that you should probably buy ammo. Phase plasma rifles with a 40-watt range. I don't know. I think today is the day that Trump is supposed to bomb all of Iran again. So we're going to see how it plays out today. The damn cat's retarded. Oh, but anyway, I don't know. That's something to think about. But I'm going to go inside and fucking hang out with the family when they wake up. Yeah, learn how to reload too. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, that detective game. Nobody Wants to Die. That was the name of it. I do have to get around to playing that. Maybe when I'm on the road, I'll have a lot more time to play games. Right now, I'm busy as shit. I really don't even have time to sit on the phone. I should probably get to work. But I'm gonna go make breakfast and stuff. Try not to wake everybody up. But anyway, I'm gonna catch you guys later. It's been great to see you. Been great to talk to you guys. It's been a while. I'll try to come up more regularly, here in the next little while. Once I get ahead of things, if there's a such thing. And then we'll go back to doing it like usual. Like I said, like I had said before though, you guys know, I told you that when spring hit, it was gonna be fucking balls to the wall, busy all day, every day. And that's pretty much the truth. We get a little bit of lull here and there, but not too much. Not too much. But anyway, y'all take it easy. Easter's come and gone. Y'all take it easy. Stay safe out there. Stay blessed. And it's great to see and hear from you guys again. But I'll be back around, It's not goodbye, it's see you later. We'll see you later, guys. Peace out.